Now let's go into this thing real quick, and then we're going to come back with the blow by blow between you and Algenon about NAFTA. Really break down what NAFTA is, because in 1992 was when Bill was in office. He was the president, and that's when it all went down.
That's right. It started with George Bush, the first George Bush.
Oh, it started with him.
It started with him, but Bill Clinton, what he did was added a little extra environmental and agricultural and worker protection to NAFTA. What NAFTA is...
Didn't add enough, though.
He didn't have... Don't stop. It's called the North American Free Trade Agreement. And what this did was eliminate all the majority of the tariffs on goods coming in and out of the United States. So it's basically an agreement between Mexico and Canada, which are our bordering countries, which is fine. So that it was supposed to have made things easier so that we can get goods and services easier and cheaper. And then we can actually get those goods made cheaper and easier overseas. But like, this is my thing with Hillary Clinton on this whole NAFTA thing. Yes, she did vote for NAFTA. She promised, and she tells people all the time, that she voted for NAFTA because those jobs are gone. Yeah, they're gone. But we're going to get even better jobs for our people here in the United States.
Hasn't happened.
Has not happened.
We're losing jobs by the man.
And they said that they wanted to bring more jobs that were more technologically advanced.
It's not happening.
I think my whole problem with NAFTA is, if I've been working online all my life, how are you going to bring a job from a computer software company in and say that it's going to employ? It's hard for me. I don't have the skill set.
It's not going to employ you. Yeah.
I don't have the skill set for
that.
I mean,
people losing jobs.
Well, you just hit on the...
Would you say about the millions?
Millions.
I mean, because every time you look at a factory or something like that, Algenon, they're shutting down, man. These people are losing their jobs.
You're right, but she just hit on the exact point. That's the real point. She says, I don't have the skill set for that new job. That is the point where our government has failed us. It's nothing wrong with free trade. It's nothing wrong with companies being competitive and being able to produce a good at the lowest cost at wherever they need to produce it at. But where our government should have stepped up at is making sure that people were trained so that they would be ready for the jobs of the future. We don't develop a protectionist attitude. We don't try to protect jobs in the wrong way. We try to protect them in a proactive way by making sure our people have the skill sets to earn those jobs of the future. That's where we failed the American people.
But nothing's wrong with NAFTA.
No, NAFTA.
Hold that thought. We be right
okay.
back. Yeah, hold that thought.
My fist is balled up.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I went Miss Sophia from The Color Purple right now. You know how Sophia balled up.
I know.
But
it's interesting that Algenon said that the government failed the people by not preparing them. So because what the government did wrong, we're losing though.
We are. I agree with that point.
I'm done because I have a dog in this fight.
I think she be ready for me. She be ready for me every Tuesday.
Because break down NAFTA real quick again, and then let's get back into why Algenon feels that it's a good thing.
All right, NAFTA is the North American Free Trade Agreement, which eliminated all tariffs on goods and services that are traded between Mexico and Canada.
Right.
Which is a good thing if you think about it, that they can make goods at a lower cost.
Right.
And then get cheaper labor in those areas. But it comes to a point where we're losing jobs because of it. And it's not benefiting us at all. And like Algenon was saying in the last break, is that what the government was supposed to have done is made it so that the jobs would be back here, and it would be jobs that skilled jobs in skilled areas. But of course we weren't skilled and ready for those jobs. Even here in our area, and everybody knows what I'm talking about. I don't know if I want to give a shameless plug to some of the industries that have moved here to Greensboro and Winston-Salem, but they're highly skilled jobs. You know, we hear on the news, we hear everything that, you know, guess what's coming? It's going to be 200 jobs at so-and-so and so.
And people who've been working at on these lines for 15, 20 years can't even get these jobs.
Because these are highly skilled jobs. You need engineering degrees. You need to be able to work on these lines, and we don't have it.
And Algenon said the government fell short in not training and preparing people for that, so how does NAFTA benefit us?
Well, you know, I mean, Danielle says, well, hey, NAFTA doesn't benefit us at all. I think that's a fairly strong statement, just that from the standpoint of, first of all, when you look at the price of our consumer goods and how prices have stayed under control because we've been able to offshore or shift off some of the manufacturing. So, I mean, that way you do have people that can afford goods that they wouldn't have been able to afford before. You have people that have furniture in their houses and they wouldn't have been able to afford that years ago. Our home furnishing industry has exploded over the last 3 to 5 years. So, I mean, that's one way that it's benefiting people. But it also, from the standpoint, if you look at these jobs and these companies that have came into our region, whether it's Honda Jet or whether it's RF Micro, whoever it is, it's lifting our economic region. I mean, those jobs pay double what you would have earned at a textile manufacturer or a furniture manufacturer.
Right.
But this is the thing. You have to be careful when we say statements like, people can't get those jobs. That's the thing. We have created a mindset amongst people where we imply that you can't have that job. Well, yes, you can have that job. Are you going to have to go out and maybe get a slightly better education or get some more skills? Are you going to have to work for it? You're going to have to work for it, but you can have that job. But I do think the government should have stepped in and made sure those people were able to be trained and equipped properly to be able to get the jobs of the future.
And one thing I would say in his defense is that it's putting us in a position we can't stay where we are. You've been on a job 15, 20 years, and you're not even making an effort or even thinking to do anything different to further your education or your skills.
But you think you should earn more, but you don't want to work hard.
I'm almost...
But, you know, all this is water under the bridge.
Yeah.
I am a transplant from the textile industry here in Greensboro.
Okay.
I just so happened I had college education, yada, yada, yada. But for a lot of my other colleagues, they didn't have that. And they're still displaced. You know, what's going to be the quick solution to this?
There is no quick solution. That's the problem. There is no quick solution. I think there's a solution, but it's not quick.
And that's how NAFTA ended up becoming a monster.
And I want to make sure
poisoning us. So I can, wow.
I mean, you look at my face. I am a person that's been affected by it.
Right.
But now it's challenging you to do better and greater things with your life.
See, I'm in the middle right now.
You're on the radio.
I'm in the middle right now.
But you're trying to do better things with your life. It's not everybody, but it's benefiting a lot of people.
We'll be right back. Hold tight, y'all. God, I'm right in the middle, D, because I'm feeling you, but I feel him saying, step up your game, man. Step it up.